Cell organelles are specialized structures within a cell that perform specific functions. Let's take a closer look at the structure of some important cell organelles. First, we have the nucleus. The nucleus is often referred to as the control center of the cell. It is surrounded by a double membrane called the nuclear envelope, which contains pores that allow for the movement of molecules in and out of the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we find the nucleolus, which is responsible for the production of ribosomes, and the chromatin, which contains the cell's genetic material. Next, we have the cell membrane. The cell membrane is a thin, flexible barrier that surrounds the cell and separates it from its environment. It is composed of a phospholipid bilayer, which consists of two layers of phospholipids with hydrophilic heads facing outward and hydrophobic tails facing inward. The cell membrane also contains proteins that help with various functions such as transport and cell signaling. Moving on to the mitochondria. Mitochondria are often referred to as the powerhouses of the cell because they are responsible for producing energy in the form of ATP through a process called cellular respiration. They have a double membrane, with the inner membrane folded into structures called cristae. Inside the mitochondria, we find the matrix, which contains enzymes involved in ATP production. Now let's talk about ribosomes. Ribosomes are small spherical structures that are responsible for protein synthesis. They can be found either free in the cytoplasm or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are composed of two subunits, a large subunit and a small subunit that come together to form a functional ribosome. Speaking of the endoplasmic reticulum, it is a network of membranes that is involved in the synthesis, modification, and transport of proteins and lipids. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: rough endoplasmic reticulum, which has ribosomes attached to its surface, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, which lacks ribosomes. Next, we have the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is responsible for modifying, sorting, and packaging proteins and lipids for transport within the cell or secretion outside of the cell. It consists of a series of flattened membrane sacs called cisternae. Lastly, we have chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are found in plant cells and are responsible for photosynthesis, the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy. They have a double membrane and contain a green pigment called chlorophyll, which gives plants their green color. These are just a few examples of the many cell organelles that exist within a cell. Each organelle has its own unique structure and function, working together to ensure the proper functioning of the cell.